Our next guest served as a submariner? Okay. I'm Army, okay? I'm infantry, okay? I'm good with one-syllable words. Two syllables are sometimes a challenge. Our next guest served as a submariner and diver in the United States Navy, deploying multiple times around the globe in support of the global war on terrorism. Since being appointed President and CEO of Student Veterans of America in 2016, Jared Lyon has worked tirelessly to build critical partnerships, including the strong relationship between SVA and the VFW. His leadership continues to ensure that America's service members and veterans have the tools and support they need to succeed in higher education. SVA's vision is one we proudly share: to see all veterans thrive in higher education, achieve their academic goals, and transition into a meaningful career. For more than a decade, the VFW and SVA have partnered through the VFW SVA Legislative Fellowship program, which empowers student veterans and VFW members to bring their voices to Capitol Hill. Please join me in welcoming an exceptional leader, passionate advocate, and proud VFW life member of Post 3308 in Tallahassee, Florida, Mr. Jared Lyon.
Hoo-yah, Navy. And this is controversial, but it is pronounced submariner. A submariner is a watch, and it connotes a less than mariner. Submariners are master mariners, owners of the sea, and the only sailors that set sail on ships that sink by design. So hoo-yah, Commander.
Thank you. I'm now educated.
Good morning to my VFW family. I'll never forget the first time that I personally walked into VFW Post 3308 in Tallahassee, Florida. I was fresh out of the Navy, still trying to figure out what civilian life meant. I was greeted with the scent of fresh coffee mixed with that familiar smell of old wood and history. The walls of my VFW post, as is the case in many of yours, was lined with the photos of women and men who had worn the uniform. Eyes that told stories of service, sacrifice, and pride. I didn't know it then, but that day would change my life. The commander of Post 3308 at the time was Mark Alvarez, and he greeted me like an old shipmate. Our then Department of Florida State Commander at the time, Dan Duffy, sat me down and asked me about my future. And then he told me that I had a role in shaping it. And not long after that, I'd meet folks in the VFW DC office, like Bob Wallace and Ryan Gallucci, who are both here with us today, who showed me what it means to fight for our veterans on a national stage. And that's the thing about the VFW. You don't just walk into a post. In my opinion, you walk into a family that believes in you often before you believe in yourself. And that's why I'm standing here today, and it's thanks to the VFW. In Washington, D.C., our Student Veterans of America and VFW teams work shoulder to shoulder. We may have different logos on our business cards, but we share the same mission: to serve veterans, to protect the benefits that we've earned, and to ensure that the next generation of veterans is ready to lead. And I want you to know, they are ready. Across the country, that partnership in Columbus and in communities like it, SVA chapters and VFW posts are teaming up in ways that change lives. You're mentoring student veterans who might not yet see in themselves the leaders that we know they are. You're co-hosting events, raising funds, and building belonging for veterans on campus and in local communities nationwide. The VFW's Student Veteran Support Grant is helping those make those connections stronger every year, turning good intentions into tangible care. Our VFW SVA Legislative Fellowship is turning those connections into action. These fellows aren't just learning about advocacy, they are shaping the laws of our country. Take Alex Ortiz, an Army veteran who worked on legislation in Puerto Rico to eliminate taxes on veterans' retirement pay and encourage veteran entrepreneurship. Alex is a proud husband and father, and this Army veteran is now the district director of the Veteran Services in my mother's hometown of Randolph, Massachusetts. Give it up for Massachusetts, it's pretty good. Other VFW SVA fellows have helped pass not just a number act, now law, to strengthen the future of veteran advocacy and suicide prevention efforts. And it's all happening because the VFW believed in these student veterans. And take, for instance, the Sports Clips Help a Hero Scholarship. More than $15.8 million in scholarships since 2013 to enlisted veterans E5 and below. That's my generation. That's more than a number. That's thousands of lives that have been changed, futures that have been opened, and dreams made possible. The data from SVA backs this up. Today, student veterans have an average GPA of 3.5. They complete their degrees at rates far above the national average for civilian students, and they are more likely to earn advanced degrees. Today's student veterans are entering into careers like business, science, technology, engineering, and math, and health-related fields, with leadership skills that employers simply cannot teach. And when they succeed, they give back to their schools, their communities, and to each other. I also want to recognize Christina Keegan, alongside Ryan, for being relentless champions of the Guard and Reserve GI Bill Parity Act, the Veterans Educational Assistance Adjustment Act, and so many more. Their work, your work, the work of the VFW, ensures that veterans today and tomorrow have the resources that they need to thrive. Now, here's the part I really want you to hear from my remarks today. The future of America's veterans community will not just happen, it will be built, and it will be built by you, the VFW. Every handshake that you offer a student veteran at your local post, every scholarship application that you help guide, every conversation where you say, hey, I've been there, let me help you get where you're going. Or every time you prevent the I wish I would have known, or I wish somebody would have told me. That's the moment that the torch gets passed. And I'm telling you, the generation that is coming up is not just ready to carry it, they're ready to run with it. Let me talk about belonging, because it's not just a feeling, it is a predictor of success. When a student veteran walks into a campus veteran center where they are known by their name, when they meet a VFW mentor who gets to share and hear their story, and when they find peers who understand their deployments, their family dynamic, and their military transition, that's when the needle moves. Belonging turns perseverance into graduation, and graduation into leadership. We see it in our research, we hear it in our alumni stories, and we see it in our posts each and every day. We know that the basic needs can make or break that journey. Some student veterans juggle full-time coursework or fuller part-time jobs while they're students. They're raising kids and caring for aging parents. Many are first-generation college students. Many are women veterans, navigating classrooms where they are still underrepresented. And a lot of them think that asking for help is weakness, until someone like you says, no, asking for help is a strength. That's what a family is for. This is where the VFW shines. You meet practical needs with practical support. Childcare during an evening study group, a food pantry donation that bridges the gap, a ride to a medical appointment at the VA, a warm introduction to a campus certifying official. These are not small things. They are life-changing things. Thanks to a recent investment from Google, SVA is expanding our policy work at the state level, and providing training opportunities in cybersecurity, data analytics, and artificial intelligence, skills that will shape the workforce of tomorrow. We're integrating these tools into chapter advising and workforce readiness, and we're hosting roundtables across 11 states to identify gaps from service to college to meaningful employment. But none of that matters if we don't have what you bring: the wisdom, the mentorship, and the living proof that veterans take care of veterans. Let me say something plainly about the VFW. You are our nation's memory and its conscience. When a veteran files a claim, it's often a VA-accredited advocate sitting at the kitchen table, turning a stack of paperwork into a path to care. When a local leader wants to understand toxic exposure or mental health resources, they call you. When a Gold Star family needs support 5, 10, or 20 years after their loved one's service, you show up. The work you do is not a headline, it's a lifeline. And for SVA, the VFW is the backbone of our partnership with America. We stand taller because you are standing with us. This is also a moment for shared action. Here's the invitation that I'm extending to every VFW post commander and auxiliary presidents here today. Adopt an SVA chapter. Pick one community college, or a four-year school, or a vocational program within driving distance of your post. Reach out to the SVA chapter. Offer your post for networking night. Host a resume boot camp with your local employers. Pair one auxiliary leader with a student veteran parent who might need child care support. If every post does this one thing with one campus this fall, we'll feel it nationwide and grow the membership of the VFW. And while we're at it, help us spread the word. The VFW SVA Legislative Fellowship is open now for applications. Tap that young leader in your post, or that one student veteran that you know on campus, the one who sees a problem and wants to fix it. Encourage them to apply before the deadline. This is how we recruit the next Ryan Gallucci, or Christina Keegan, or Tammy Bartlett. The next generation is ready to serve in a different uniform. On policy, you know as well as I do that the details matter. Whether it's the GI Bill parity or Garter Reserve, or making sure the book stipend reflects real costs of today's college students, or ensuring that the VA implements court decisions quickly and clearly, we are most effective when we are aligned, persistent, and united. And that's what our partnership looks like. Not noise, but results. And let me bring it back to belonging and to identity. Veterans are not a problem to be solved. We are an asset to be invested in. On campuses, in the workforce, and in civic life, veterans are looking for a starting line, and we're ready to build families, companies, nonprofits, and communities worthy of the country that we served. And when a VFW member says, "You belong here, and we've got your back," that simple sentence can be the difference between feeling alone and leaning forward. To the auxiliary, thank you for what often seems like others miss. You bring together care networks that quietly carry families through the hardest seasons. You organize, raise funds, and you tend to the soul of our veteran community. SVA is grateful for you. Student veterans, many of them are spouses and parents, are grateful to you too. To our post commanders, thank you for stewarding the tradition and the standard. And to every VFW member, thank you for showing up after your military service ended. To the national staff and leaders, thank you for your steady hand and your partnership with SVA. Because when we work together in Washington, I can tell you that your VFW staff is strong, principled, and effective. So as I look out across the room today, I don't just see the leaders of the VFW. I see the torchbearers of a proud tradition, the ones who carry it through the fight, through the homecomings, and through decades of service to others. And now, you are allowing a new generation to join you in carrying that torch. Those student veterans that you mentor, support, and believe in, they will carry it forward. They'll run farther, push harder, and fight just as fiercely for those who will come after them. And when they look back, they will see you, the VFW, as the ones who lit our path. Let's keep standing shoulder to shoulder in Congress, on campuses, in every community where veterans live and serve. Let's make sure every veteran knows that they belong and that this great tradition of service never dims. Because when veterans stand together, when the warriors who came before lock arms with the warriors who are rising now, there is no obstacle too great, no mission too hard, and no dream for this nation that we cannot make real together. Thank you.